The Wizards are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harmon. Earlier in the season, Indiana ended up losing their last game in this matchup against the Washington Wizards. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Beal and Ariza are out on the wing. Nene and Okafor together up front. And it's Wall in at the one spot. And for the Pacers, a tall bunch at 2, 3, and 4. George Granger and West. George Hill out there with Roy Hibbert. Here's Hill, following the score by Trevor Ariza. George dishes to Hill. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. On defense, Washington gives him the lead pass. Takes it right up. And there's West. That good on the assist by Hill.
There was no question about it. He was going to finish that one off.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, I spoke with the head coach of the Pacers. He told me for us, defense is all about the space between our ears. We know that if we defend as a unit instead of trying to react to everything that comes our way, we'll be better off for it and in a position to win. Let's see if that's the case here.
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
I don't know, Kevin. I'm not sure they should be more focused on their opponent than they are on themselves.
That is sort of the way it sounds, Steve, but still, I don't think a defense-first mindset is ever a bad thing.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, their offense struggled for almost that entire game. You know, whenever they did start to put together something during a decent stretch, it just seemed to end just as quickly as it began.
Yeah, but even so, there weren't many of those decent stretches. I mean, talk about being in a rut.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Bulls. Fires from the wing. Wall's shot is off. The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go for them to start off this game. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Hill kicks to Granger. And there's the feed to West. Nene on him. West passes to Hibbert. Drops in the layup for 2. Hibbert's got his second basket of the night.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Ariza kicks to
It's fun by Hill.
Granger outside. West inside.
Straight up. Leads it in without an injured who around him.
West has got his second basket.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
And Wall kicks to Beal. A jump hook. Offensive rebound. Feeds it to Okafor. And stolen by Hibbert. Hill dishes to Granger. It's back to Hill. Launches a 3. And that one's good. Hill's got 5 now.
This has been an offensive explosion, guys. They are on fire.
How about a volcanic eruption, a flash fire? And defensively, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. They just hope that they cool off at some point.
The kick out to Wall. Wall gets a screen from Ariza. Here's Nene. And comes up the assist by
John Wall.
Boy, Trevor Ariza's doing a nice job bodying up on the defender with that pick.
It's George on the wing. Granger outside. Pass to Hibbert. Indiana moving the ball around. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Look at Indiana. Here's West. Rebound by Nene. Wizards trail by 7. And Beal kicks to Wall. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Beal with the steal. So timeout called here. The first for Washington. The Pacers making a switch here. Hansbrough's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Serafin's checked in. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Mahimi's checked in for Indiana. Green comes in for Danny Granger. Wall passes to Ariza. Here's Serafin. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Serafin's got his first points of the game. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the strike. What a play. No regular dunk there. A superb alley-oop.
And it was a great pass, too, to set him up.
No, those two have such a great feel for each other. They're just fun to watch together.
Beal with the screen for Nene. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight. Green dishes to Hill. And it's rejected. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Washington making some changes.
Martell Webster, he's checked in for Ariza. And Garrett Temple subbed in for John Wall. Here's George. Beal pulls it in. Wizards trail by 4.
Way too loose on that inbound pass.
And Stevens is checked in for George Hill. And Webster kicks to Nene. Kicks to Temple. Back to Nene. The pass to Beal. They need this. And Hansbrough slams it in.
Rough and rugged down there in the low post.
That's his trademark. Hard rebounds, hard finishes, up high and down hard.
And he never stops working. That's what I really appreciate about him, guys.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Stevenson passes to Hansbrough. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. It's Webster outside. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court for Indiana. Green is out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then there's Ian Mahimi. Then it's Johnson, and it's George in at the 2. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Beal can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there, fellas. I mean, he definitely affected the release.
Yeah, you could see him have to alter his shooting motion just a little bit.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
Some changes for Indiana. Jeff Pendergraft's checking in for Hansbrough. Granger comes in for Green. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Paul George. And a switcher also for Washington. Wall's checked in. Here's Beal. Here's Serafin. The big dunk at the end of the break.
He spoke loud on making a statement that play.
Yeah, that was brute force, battling for the offensive board, then taking it right back up there.
That's just all about strength and energy, guys.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. RDA Martin, he's checked in for Beal.
2 hands for safety, 1 hand if you want major elevation.
That's right. That's right.
You know you can get up higher with 1 hand. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It really is true. I mean, you can extend better with 1.
Well, whatever he did,
That's real.
whatever it was, it definitely worked, Clark.
Latrey Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got 5 now.
He had no luck from the three-point line earlier, so maybe this one will give him some momentum.
Back to Johnson. Granger outside. Pulls up on the elbow. Pendergraph hammers it home.
Nice putback. That's why you want guys working hard on the boards at both ends of the floor.
Martin with a screen on Johnson. Wall dishes to Martin. Back to Wall. Down low. Here's Booker. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
Stevenson covered by Martin. He feeds it to Hibbert. To the paint. Indiana moving the ball around. It's stolen. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Martin with the ball. And Wall kicks to Seraphin. And Danny Granger gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Emeka Okafor, he's checked in for Washington. Beal comes in for Martin. Booker the pass to Beal. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the ranking. First in opponent field goal shooting. 9th in rebounding. And they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
Hey, Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, #1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothering. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
They get the rebound. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, it's no secret why Trevor Ariza can rack up a lot of steals. He's got great foot speed, big wingspan, and the anticipation to cover ground and pick off lazy passes that come in his direction.
He really does have arms that can extend out on command. You hate playing against guys like Ariza because passing lanes that seem open close up in a hurry. Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. West comes in for Jeff Pendergraph. And it's Green in for Danny Granger.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with 1 hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Price, he's checked in for the Wizards. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hill with it. He's picked up by Wall. Hill dishes to Mahimi. West. It's Hill on the wing. Takes a 3. Washington with the rebound.
You know, as tight as this game is, you have to like their chances the way they've been rebounding.
They have a pretty good margin in that department, so they've got to continue to hit the boards hard. It'll pay off for them in the end.
The Pacers making a change here. George is checked in. Cartier Martin, he's checked in for the Wizards. And David West gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Wizards making a switch here. Temple's checked in. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who can rebound with the big boys. Paul George on top.
And you know what he gives away in terms of size to other big men down low, he makes up for with his agility and determination. That's what makes him such an outstanding rebounder.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to one thing you said there, Steve, is determination. You can't be as good a rebounder as he is from the 2-guard spot without significant determination and effort. I mean, and he brings it every night. I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Beal's checked in for Cartier Martin. Here's Ariza. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Jeff Pendergrass checking in for Ian Mahinmi. 1:05 left in the first half. Hill kicks it to West. West off the pick from George. Tries to snap the cold streak. And it's good.
They haven't had as much success in the paint here. Everything is from the perimeter. They're settling too much for what's going on the outside. They've got to get back to getting it inside.
Danny Granger is checked in for the Pacers. Wizards leading by 4. And Beal kicks to Nene. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Nene's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Johnson, he's checked in for Indiana. And a change for the Wizards. Hartel Webster, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Now here's West. Right now averaging 17 points a game. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Wizards have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. And Webster kicks to Okafor. And Granger comes over to help. Dishes it to Beal. A 3-ball. Gets it to go. Beal's got 5. And so here is Indiana. They trail by 7. Here's Johnson. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. It's on Emeka Okafor. The Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Now, we've seen this club do a much better job of being assertive at the offensive end. They're drawing some fouls and getting some free throw opportunities.
Steve, how many times have we talked about it? If you want to get back in a game like this, you have to be the aggressor. And getting to the line is part of that.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Wizards. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
It's been a nice game for Ariza. He has 8 points and also a block shot.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Nene and Okafor together up front. Bradley Beal is out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Webster in at the 3, the small forward. Wizards leading by 5. They double him with George. And Wall. Here we go now. Pass to Okafor. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. The Pacers shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Hibbert against Wall. And it's Hibbert missing.
Boy, I am absolutely loving this. They're pumping bodies down there and taking no prisoners, coming away with every board.
Yeah, that willingness to fight for every loose ball is a big reason why they have the lead right now, Clark.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Wizards. Here's Wall. No luck. Great D that time from Hibbert.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Ammonia strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia strong.
Yeah, ripped it down with 2 hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get.
Here's Okafor. Jams it straight down.
You know, that kind of play will get you some brownie points with your coach, no doubt.
And with your fans, too, Clark, on a big dunk like that.
And even with the announcers.
Oh, yeah!
We all love it.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Oh, where does Roy Hibbert stack up around the league? Let's take a look at some numbers here. 4th in blocks. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And, Steve, you said it. I mean, he ranks in the top 5 in blocks per game, and that puts him in his rightful place as one of the most feared defenders in the league right now.
Now here's Wall. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Nene. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. Pacers have gone 1 of 3 since starting this game.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time. Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
And another miss by Washington. The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him. Johnson, the pass to West. Gathers. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, now it's just a 3-point Wizards lead. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
Now here's Nene. He's got 8. Now the feed to Wall. Back to Nene. They double him with West. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And now let's highlight the deadliest deep threats to come into the NBA this season on our rookie leaderboard. Bradley Beal, 3rd.
I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. And I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of that list.
And, Steve, you know what? Before it's all said and done this season, that's exactly where it might end up, at the top of the list.
The Pacers making a change here. Green's checked in. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Washington. Martin comes in for Beal. Johnson dishes to Hansbrough. Goes straight up. Here's Hibbert. And he makes good on the layup. Hibbert's got 9.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Here's Wall. Can't cash in the runner.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Hibbert pulls it in. And the officials call the foul, reaching out and committing the intentional foul here, and his teammates are baffled.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? I mean, I think he just lost track of the situation.
And the Wizards making a change here. Serafin's checked in. Indiana again missing.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Here's Booker. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Booker's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Hibbert. Gets it to go.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint. And when you can get them, you got to score them.
It's Wall with the drive. Ariza outside for the 3. But they get it back.
And they're going to have to make sure they box out here. Don't give up any second chance points.
And that's just too easy. I mean, to rebound effectively, everybody's got to do their part.
Pacers trail by 4. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Wall. Johnson kicks to Hibbert. Hits the bucket. Hibbert's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just too easy. They're getting whatever they want down there.
You said it, Steve. 5 straight field goals inside for him. The defense has to clamp down here.
14 feet away. Again, the Wizards score. And the Pacers call time here. Some changes for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. And Stevenson comes in for George. And George Hills subbed in for Johnson. The Wizards also changing it up. Beal's checked in for Martin. And Garrett Temple subbed in for John Wall. Now here's Beal. 5 points in the game. No good from Booker.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one. This is Kevin Harlan. Reached up high and brought it down hard.
Well, that's how you do the dunk. That's for darn sure.
And that's how you commentate it.
You guys are crazy.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Emeka Okafor is checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. And that'll be his third foul so far. And it's the Pacers with the ball. For three, Hill. Mahinmi passes to Green. Outside Hill. To the middle. Here's Mahinmi. And a great show through three quarters. Pacers trail by 4. They've got Tyler Hansbrough, George Hill out there with Lance Stevenson, and there's Ian Mahinmi, and it's Green in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Wizards shooting at 51%, really solid. He dishes it to Beal. The rebound by Hansbrough. Hansbrough's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Green left side. Hansbrough setting the pick for Green. On the wing, Hill. Feeds it to Mahinmi. Another shot. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's 5 straight hoops in the paint. What a fantastic job of attacking the rim.
Well, Steve, they're getting the looks that they want down there, so might as well keep going right at the rim. If there's no resistance, then make them pay.
Beal's shot is good.
And with him, as long as he finds just a little bit of space for himself, he has a deadly accurate jump shot.
Steve, definitely one of the better weapons they have, and you know better than most that quality outside shooting is essential to a team's success, no matter how strong you are inside.
And the Wizards with possession, following the score by Indiana. And that one's good.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Here is Hansbrough following the basket by Vesely. Vesely with the double team. Just 5 on the clock. Green dishes to Hansbrough. And they will call over the back on the play.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
John Wall's checked in for the Wizards.
He hasn't been one of their key guys tonight, but they are still winning despite his lack of production.
Green hits the jump hook.
Tell you what, it has been all offense all game long.
You know what? This is really fun to watch, guys. I mean, as a coach, though, this is when you want to just harness this energy and bottle it up and ride it all the way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. West comes in for Tyler Hansbrough. And it's Johnson in for George Hill. Johnson kicks to Mahinmi. And the powerful one-handed slam. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Mahinmi misses in close. And Jan Vesely gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
Some changes for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. And it's Granger in for Green. And then for Washington, Nene, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. Riza comes in for Vesely. And it's Webster in for Beal. Here's Wall. Roy Hibbert taking out that last basket. Open look. Wall, that's good.
That's 4 of their last 5 buckets now coming in the paint area.
And they're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intention.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by Wall. And the stuff by West.
And that's exactly what you call a high percentage hoop there.
It sure is. A one-handed throwdown. Gotta love it.
Wall passes to Nene. Ariza, defended by West. Passes it to Webster. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Pacers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Johnson dishes to Hibbert. Poked away. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. The Wizards have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. It's Wall with the drive. Tipped. Hit his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. 1:56 left in the fourth. Ariza. Here's Nene. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
We've seen Nene playing a good game here. He has 8 points, and he's been credited with the steal today as well.
Well, I'm sure he's happy to have a defensive contribution that he can point to in the box score.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
Boy, he looked cool on both of them, didn't he? Clutch work at the line in a very tense moment of the game. Nice teamwork there. The pick freeing up his teammate.
Washington trailing. He kicks to Ariza. Kicks it to Webster. The kick out to Wall. Wall gets a screen from Webster. Excellent use of the screen that time. 8 points for Wall.
I give him credit. He didn't have much confidence going in the first half, but he's picking up the pace here.
Hill with it. He's picked up by Wall. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Paul George, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. The Wizards have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Wall kicks to Nene. Back to Wall. Right side Wall. Ariza. 6 to shoot. Danny Granger pulls it in.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
And the Pacers call time here. They're down by 1. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jeff Pendergrass checking in for Indiana. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, the head coach for the Pacers had some instruction for his guys during that break. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2.
That's big. I mean, if it wasn't for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position. He did not come away totally empty, though.
And there's the pass to Hibbert. Okafor with the steal. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Wizards making a switch here. Beal's checked in.
2-possession game now, so strategically everything changes a little bit. Those were very important foul shots.
Kicks it out to Granger. Inside. Takes it up. Money!
Big time shot.
Really clutch.
Washington with the ball. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you've got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, that's all she wrote. I think he sealed the deal with those free throws.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 4. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, they're drawing up the only thing they can here. Just get off a quick one and then go ahead and foul.
I think free throws are going to be front and center the rest of the way here.
The Pacers making a change here. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Misses the three.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Good foul there defensively. Make him earn 2 points from the line.
I agree with you. I mean, no freebies. Don't give anybody an easy opportunity. Make good use of your foul there.
And so it's the Wizards with the W. They came, they saw.
68.